Okay, in this video, I just want to take you briefly through a case study of a customer of ours who has written over $10 million now in loans and had them approved. Let me walk you through this now. So I'd just like to say this at the start because everybody always asks about conversion, which is of course extremely important, but it encroaches upon the next stage of lead generation, which is where obviously the broker's skill and expertise comes in. And I, as a marketer, providing the marketing education and services, can't necessarily claim responsibility for that. So I just say, as the marketer, we cannot claim full responsibility for the value of loan applications submitted and therefore the revenue, as it does depend on broker skill and expertise. Data presented here is intended to show what could be possible and does not constitute a promised outcome. So with that being said, this particular customer of ours has been running this first home buyer campaign for about 8 months now, on and off. And when I say on and off, I mean, he goes on holidays, he turns it off sometimes, and then turns it back on as he chooses. So he's got the flexibility to run the campaigns as he wishes. The angle that we're going with is to advertise to attract the attention of first home buyers who are employed and renting but struggling to save a house deposit. We offer a call to discuss eligibility for various first home buyer product solutions to solve those deposit related problems. So we're really trying to tackle that red hot issue in this market where cost of living is rising, about the difficulties with saving a deposit. And so here you can see over the past 8 months, he spent just over $7,000 in ads, 739 leads, which gives us a cost per lead of $9.84. Some other stats under there, but this is really the key, I guess, outcome. The automated contact rate, and this is dropped to the next page, but you can see here, this is the leads contacting the broker directly, is 56%. So over half are reaching out to that broker directly without the broker having to do anything, which is really good. Now, does he contact more than that? Yes, because he also does manual follow-up and gets in touch with more of the leads in that way. But 56% are contacting him directly and opening a conversation about first home buyer lending. So he submitted just over $10 million, approved $10 million in loans, which is about $70,000 in commissions, I'm told. He told me. That's 9.6 return on the ad spend. So he's happy, obviously, and now I just want to share with you a little bit about how the process that we use to make that happen. So as you can see here, we start with an ad campaign, which is aligned with what I spoke about previously. We use Facebook lead form ads, which is where we collect people's contact information on Facebook, and we present them with valuable information, useful information, helpful information, as a bridge between where these people are, cold strangers on social media, to wanting to have a conversation with the broker. We offer them information that's going to help them in their current issues. We have automated email follow-up, which again directs them to this information. We notify the broker automatically that a new lead's come in. And of course, like I mentioned before, there's a manual element of follow-up for the broker to contact the people who haven't made contact off their own, on their own, basically. So the reason we structure our campaigns in this way is because they are simple to set up and manage. It promotes the broker and their business by name. We lead with value, and what we're aiming to do there is replicate an in-person interaction. So what I mean by that is, if you were to meet somebody in person who falls into for instance, a first home buyer category, you wouldn't necessarily say hello to them and then say, I can get you a loan for the property that you want. You might have a conversation or a dialogue first about the various solutions that are available, or to talk about the issues that they're facing, which many others do, these sorts of things. So in the ads, we aim to replicate an in-person conversation and to bridge that gap between being a cold stranger and obviously wanting to have a further discussion with the broker. We try to demonstrate a degree of knowledge and expertise, and we try to be a bit unique. So we try to position that broker as the go-to person that can solve this lead's problems, thereby meaning that the lead feels that they need to contact this broker specifically because we've positioned them in a unique way. And the other reason we structure the campaigns or our lead generation in this way is because it allows follow-up, both automated and manual, coming from a position of wanting to help the lead rather than a sales approach, which always gets people, on the back foot straight away. So we really try to follow up with people and just sort of from a position of kind of extending an olive branch, making sure they've received the information that we've promised them and opening a dialogue, because that's the natural next step. Once a person has become a lead, is we want them to engage and to open a dialogue. So that's why we set up the system as we do. Hopefully that's interesting in terms of demonstrating really great success using this system over a period of time from one of our brokers. If you would like to see more about this system, there'll be a link below the video, or you can simply go to brokerbrandedleads.com.au.